Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more Cookie Clicker, shall we? I don't know why, but I'm having fun with this. It's interesting to learn the history from you all, that this is basically one of the first and most successful, early anyway, incremental clicking games, idle games that are out there. It's an old one. I didn't realize how old, and I'm playing it, and I'm probably like bringing back a game that many of you haven't thought about or played, if you ever did play it for a long time, and yet it's great. So, what am I going to get? Well, I'd probably like to, I don't know, make my farms twice as efficient. Is that even helpful? Give me 6,000 for 55 million, or I could just buy this for 9 million, you know. This is God, sweatshop, that's terrifying. Factories would go up double, and so that's like actually, doubling my 36,000 per second. So in that way, that's 100% worth it. So this sweatshop is worth it. It's just going to take a second for us to get there. So as we earn our way up to the sweatshop, let's go ahead and just keep an eye out for any golden cookies. And just click, 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 click. I could save out for doubling the bank, but you could see that banks, well, ooh, they're both really good. They're both important. But my thinking is currently the grandmas don't boost the banks. They do boost the factories, and the factories are cheaper. So I'll go for that. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep playing, but the amount of response, the amount of people checking it out is good. And I don't know if this makes for good video viewing at all. I'm not quite sure about that. But I have heard from some people who have been chiming in on the YouTube comments that this gets crazy as you make it further into the game. And I'm excited to see what potentially changes, as we make any kind of progress to that level. Because I've never even, if you ascend or whatever, I have no prestige. I've never done that. I don't know, necessarily what that does. I remember in the other incremental game I played like this, when you finally got far enough to ascend, you would start over from scratch, but you would have some kind of almost like a roguelite, where you'd have some progress that carried over. Cookies cure blindness in crayfish. How about that? I didn't know that. So we're boosting up to 65 million. Clicking is kind of pointless, but at the same time, I do get some from it. Might as well, while I'm just keeping my eyes peeled for that magical golden cookie, that would boost us into the stratosphere, as it were. I don't know if these you can see the mining grandma. They changed their outfits. How cool is that? Look, and there's the farming grandma. And then, there's where do the grandmas work right now? Farms, mines, and factories. So I guess if they work in the factory, they have the hard hat, and then the ones that don't have a costume are just chilling at home, making cookies, I guess. That's a lot of chocolate milk. So I was thinking, like, do these pictures mean anything? You know, like the progress of like how many grandmas you have toward the end, and how many farms you have toward the end, and how many mines you have. Like, or would this just keep scrolling on and on and on forever, or does it just put more in the foreground? I am curious. I mean, like, I have 14 banks, and you could see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 banks exactly. So they're piled on there. They could get piled, you know, on there more substantially, but that's where they're at. So we're going to boost up factories, and then we can start buying factories, you know, at the budget rate. Boosting farms is like so expensive, and it just doesn't seem that worthwhile. Considering farms at the moment are just 5%, whereas factories are 28% and banks are even more. So I could double the bank instead, but the banks are so expensive to create at this point that maybe we can get a deal on some factories and boost up that way. We're clicking with intensity. Oh my god, they just gave me 9 million cookies. Okay then. Well, go for it. Do the sweatshop, and that put us up to 160. Just like that. And then we can make another one. And there we go. So factories are giving me about 3,000. So until they get more expensive than banks, we just keep buying factories. We could buy a grandma, you know, which do boost our factories a bit. But I think we just keep buying banks. We could, or factories rather. We try to get maybe to, you know, 30 or 50 factories, something like that. Go. And look at that. We're making 3,400 cookies per click. Bam. Once this becomes about the same price, we kind of ease off on factories and then focus on probably just doubling the banks. Yeah. 10 million cookies just from clicking. How about that? I'll make one more factory and kind of pump the brakes. It's making 50% nearly of our cookies per second after we've doubled it. We could start churning out more grandmas to try to get, you know, 75, 80, 100, whatever. They are expensive, though. $500 million, dear God. All right, so I'm at 176,000. If I buy that, yeah, grandmas give you about 500 all told because of how many things they boost. Which is kind of insane. So it's like 500 for what is this? This is 500 cookies. And for 2.3 million. But then for 9 million, right, which is like I can get so if I times this by 6, yeah, the grandmas still aren't worth it at this point. I wish they were. They are not. Let's see. The bank is 9 million. I feel like I should just save up and, you know, try to get the scissor resistant credit cards. Can't cut these babies. Although, you know, if I buy these upgrades, it doesn't stack with, like, you know, my these guys. Like, some of these things that boost my cursor, you know, they make it stronger if you have more, non-cursor buildings, like the 1,000 fingers to million fingers. So it boosts the cursor and it boosts the click to buy buildings instead of upgrades. I can buy a temple. Let's buy one temple. Let's see what it says. And time to shrine. That's hilarious. What's the temple do? One temple gives you... Oh, okay. 8,000 per second. That's a lot. 8,000 per second is a good bit. I mean... It is expensive, though, but it's a better rate than buying banks at this point. What will we be interested in? I think we just wait. We just wait, look for the golden cookie. And we can try and get... I don't buy another... Do I buy another temple? It's a lot. It's a big boost. Or do I wait for this? If I double the banks at 70 million... It does basically equate to about, 45,000 cookies per second. And that is a better deal than buying 3 temples. Oh, Wizard Tower. Nice. I mean, yeah, I'd like a Wizard Tower. The amount of cookies that I'm adding clicking is so minimal. But it does give you something to do. I wonder when it's wise to just buy more and more cursors. Like, it would be interesting if I knew at what thresholds more upgrades would appear that would be valuable. Like, I can buy these. They're not that expensive. Oh. Cookie production. Oh my gosh, we got it. Go, cookies. Yes. All right, so we have, we found the lucky cookie, and now we're getting like an insane amount. So we're just going to try to just fly up with this. We're going to double the banks, of course. And then, banks are giving us, well, it's hard to even read. what they're giving us, but it's good. Let's try to get to 20 banks, I guess. Maybe I don't want to get to 20 banks, to be honest. I'm going to do it just to see if I get a power up, but I think that temples now are outpacing them significantly. There we go. That was awesome. Now we get 5,500 a click. So we got 7 golden cookies, and now we're up to 270,000 per second. And the bank gives me 6,000, so the temple is just a way better, rate. But look at this. Boost for banker grandmas at 70 million. You know I'm doing that. You know we're putting grandma in the bank. That's so good. It's better than the temples right now just because they get 1% CPS per 4 grandmas. So, I have 72 grandmas. So you divide that by 4, you get 40. It's almost 20%, basically. 18%, something like that, right? Boost. And 18% of what these are producing, 127,000, is a big number. 10% is, 12,700. So you're talking about basically another 25,000 per second, plus the boost to grandmas. It's phenomenal, is what it is. I think if I click on this large chocolate chip, then I get extra points. And I know that that's true because it gives you the same number no matter where you click. That's how I know that my theory holds up. Anything else appear here? What is this? Lucky day. Golden cookies appear twice as often and stay twice as long. Oh, how about that? That's pretty good. I wonder if it'll tell you, what exact boost I'm getting to my CPS from milk. I mean, the multiplier is where it's at. It's all happening. All right, here come the grandmas. Watch out for them. 1, 2. Grandmas. All right, so we're at 270. Yep, we went to 300,000 just like that. That's pretty good. And we're at, nearly 6,200 per click. All right. So banks, yep, they're giving 150,000. Each bank is 7,500. The temple is still better, though. And you could see the banker grandmas. They have they're dressed up. It's pretty sweet. I'm going to buy one grandma just to see. I'm at 114. Oh, grandmas are actually about 1,000 when I buy it at this point with the boost that they give. It's still probably not worth it. 1,000 for 2.7 million. Whereas the temple is going to give me, Times that by 10. And you get 10,000. Actually, the grandmas are worth it at this point. Let's buy some more grandmas. Get them. Don't you underestimate the grandmas. Yeah, because, like, you can see that they are boosting up farms, mines, factories, and banks, and they have their own that they give. Let's see here. Yeah, because, I mean... So now we're up to 80 grandmas, which is good, but now this is not worth it. Like 7 million for 1,000 is no longer even close to a good purchase. I was just doing it because I wanted to see if anything unlocked at... What is this? Yeah, it's still not that great for 10 million to get 3,000, but at the same time, let's do it. I mean, actually, it's not bad. Yeah, we're getting to the point where we're buying these 1%, and this is actually 2%. So this would be like 6,000. What do we do now? We look for the golden cookie, of course. But maybe our goal is just... A temple is a big boost. Yeah, it's so small how much the cursors do. Disappointing. Oh. Oh, your 35 mines are boosting your CPS. Oh, okay, great, yeah. Interesting, so the mines are boosting it. I just did that because I was making all this extra from mines. It was probably a bad idea, but it was fun. Oh, yeah. Now, let's look at this. Let's look at the breakdown. So, banks are still about 50%. And temples are... For what they are, they're large. That, you know... I'm pleased with it. I think we're doing great. Now, the bank is going to give me... now the bank is probably the better play over the temple. They're close. Nothing is cheap anymore. It's tough out there. Should I buy? I still think we buy a temple. It's interesting to see how the factory and the bank have just been such the workhorse. Now we're up to 7,100 a click. Looks good to me. Like, you can see how many so far each one has banked, and the cursor is just a joke. It's like, but one of these games I played, like when you can reset it, the lemonade stand, or maybe even like, which is equivalent to the cursor, becomes actually really, really good after you've ascended. But it's not that great right now. All right, let's see if we can get one more temple to get to 5 temples. Come on, temple. You need 999 billion cookies for the next level. I mean, that's just so many. Granted, we could get there, but it's a lot. They're asking for a lot. Ding. There we go. All right, that's our 5th temple. So now we have boosted ourselves. We're getting 7281 per click, which is just ridiculous compared to where we were. We actually have temples, got the first ones tonight, and we're up to 350,000 per second. We got grandmas just doing all kinds of work. They actually now work in the mines, the factories, the banks, the farms, every place that we've got, except the temple. They're not exploring that for the moment, but they will. Everyone, I hope you're still having fun with this like I am. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.